Live from your breaking news leader, Fox 16 Good Day Arkansas starts now.
Heavy rain pouring throughout much of the state this morning, and the radar showing no relief in sight, with severe storms heading from the west side of the state that is, and should be expected in the area later today.
Rain in west Arkansas right now, scattered showers here, thunderstorms out there, and of course that risk for severe weather through the day. We are talking about damaging winds, maybe even isolated tornado threat, and of course the rain, boy. Flash flooding, a big threat too. Meteorologist Natalie Walters is here this morning, and we already have a lot of rain on the radar. We have some watches in the state. No warnings though right now.
Right. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in place for parts of northwest Arkansas, and then also looking at that line right off to the west of us to head its way later on into the morning, already making its impact into western Arkansas at this time. But ahead of it, lots of shower activity. This is what we're looking at currently at our live pinpoint radar. Showers across the area, just a wet commute as you're heading out and about this morning. There you can see showers moving their way from the south to the north. Morrilton, Conway looking at activity. Just a rainy start to the day. Again, we are under that flash flood watch. Showers continuing off to the north, but here's off to the west of us where we do have that heavier activity, the stronger storms. Right now, nothing is severe, but Fort Smith, you're looking at some heavier thunderstorms out there this morning. Again, nothing severe, but gusty winds and just a windy day expected overall. Right now, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in place for western and northwest Arkansas, flash flood watch for the rest of the state, and then we've been talking about that severe weather risk. The Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk for severe storms for parts of central and southeast Arkansas for today. Slight risk for the rest of the state. Again, damaging winds, main concern. We cannot rule out an isolated tornado with these storms either, so I will be keeping you posted as we head throughout the rest of the morning. Pat?
Thanks a lot, Natalie. Of course, traffic a big concern this morning with wet roadways, and we've had a couple of accidents. Looks like they've been on 430 for the most part. 430 and I-40 westbound. One at the River Bridge there for 430 northbound, and 430 itself showing a lot of slow traffic all the way up and down it because of it, backed up all the way now to Rodney Perrin for 430 northbound. And also I mentioned one on I-40 westbound. Excuse me, I-40 eastbound. That's just before you get to the interchange. It looks like it's over on the side of the road and should not be causing much of a delay there, so some good news with that. The north interchange backed up now all the way to McCain Mall, and in downtown Little Rock from Dr. Martin Luther King Drive all the way to Woodrow Street there by the railroad bridge on 630. We do have some slow traffic on 630 eastbound there. That's right near the state capitol area. Suzanne?
Thank you, Pat. Governor Asa Hutchinson announces he will oppose Syrian refugees being relocated to Arkansas. He joins nearly 20 governors in opposition in light of Friday's terror attacks in Paris. The governor saying in part, quote, Europe, Asia, or Africa are logically the best places for resettlement or temporary asylum. Syria is a war-torn country, and the U.S. will support our European friends in fighting ISIL in Syria and elsewhere. However, this is not the right strategy for the U.S. to become a permanent place of relocation. Again, I will oppose Arkansas being used as such a relocation center. Now, one of the Paris attackers reportedly had a Syrian passport, though it's not been verified as authentic. The man accused of killing realtor Beverly Carter has a 10-hour pretrial hearing ending overnight.
Fox 16's Victoria Price is live this morning in Little Rock with new information for us this morning. Good morning, Victoria.
Hey, good morning, guys. The attorneys in this case now have a little more than 6 weeks to prepare their arguments for the jury. We had the chance to briefly speak with Aaron Lewis and his attorney as they were leaving court after a marathon pretrial hearing yesterday.
Why were you smiling during the trial?
Everything went good.
Yes.
Lewis himself taking the stand for questioning yesterday. The hearing also revealed a ransom tape and what Lewis told investigators that night he was arrested. In those tapes, Lewis gives his account of how he kidnapped and held Carter in hopes of getting money, but stated that his plan went wrong. Defense attorney Bill James told us he's satisfied with how yesterday played out.
I mean, he had some tough questions he was asked about some of the things that happened that night, and I thought he responded appropriately.
The defense submitted more than 12 different motions, including one that would bar Lewis's wife, Crystal Lowry, from testifying against him. Now, remember that Lowry agreed to take the stand against her husband in exchange for a lesser charge when she pleaded guilty earlier in this year. The trial is set to get underway this coming January. Live from the Pulaski County Courthouse, I'm Victoria Price for Fox 16 Good Day. Pat and Suzanne.
A story we will continue to follow. Thank you, Victoria, for that report. A 2-hour standoff lands one person in jail after a SWAT team is called to a house in Little Rock. Police say Gregory Brebaugh barricaded himself inside the home. There were multiple felony warrants out for his arrest. Fortunately, he was taken into custody without incident.
3 people are facing capital murder charges accused of killing a Baxter County couple, then setting their home and SUV on fire. The Sheriff's Department says tips from the community led to the arrest of Nicholas Ruse, Zach Graham, and Michaela Mink. All 3 are from Mountain Home. Investigators say the Rices, who were in their 70s, were killed on November 7th. The 3 suspects are accused of stealing items from the home before setting it afire. The next morning, authorities found the Rices' truck a few miles away on fire.
The family members, although shocked as you might expect, are also very relieved. Expressed great gratitude, and I can't begin to express the gratitude of the cooperation that happened between the law enforcement agencies.
We still don't know the relationship between the Rices and the 3 suspects or what role investigators believe they played in their deaths.
A 16-year-old is dead after a hunting accident in Sevier County. Authorities say a 12-year-old boy accidentally shot his 16-year-old brother, Lane Woods. The superintendent of DeQueen Schools says it's a huge loss for the community.
It's just a horrible, horrible tragedy for this community. It's a horrible tragedy for our school. Lane was an outstanding kid, a great kid, so respectful.
Funeral services are expected to be held later this week.
The wife of an Arkansas police chief is fighting for benefits after her husband died on the job. But a panel of lawmakers denied the payments she was asking for. Keith Bradford was chief at the Terrell Police Department in Crittenden County. Now, he died of a heart attack while on duty that evening, just 2 hours after assisting in a high-speed chase that left him nervous and shaken.
Get up in the morning and say, honey, bye, and kiss him and go out the door, not knowing that's the last time you'll see your husband alive.
Bradford's attorney argued she should receive a $150,000 that state law provides for survivors of officers who died during exceptionally hazardous duty. But a majority of the panel denied her request, saying her husband showed up to the scene after the chase was over, and the law, as currently written, only provides those funds for a specific group.
Only on Fox 16, felons hunting in the same woods as you. It's a reality that currently can't be controlled. Arkansas Game and Fish trying to find a solution to determine who should be hunting with a gun and who shouldn't. As of right now, there are no measures in place to determine if a hunter with a hunting license is a convicted felon. The question is, will they ever be able to regulate it?
There's actually no way to do a background check when somebody purchases a license. Game and Fish isn't the only outlet to purchase a license.
Tune in tonight as Hillary Hunt talks to those who are trying to make your woods safer.